The moment Kamala Harris looked directly at John Kennedy and said, "Sit down, boy," the entire room froze in disbelief, the atmosphere electric with tension and anticipation. Everyone watching from home, from offices to living rooms, could feel the weight of that statement as if time itself had stopped. You could hear a pin drop, hear hearts racing, and sense the storm about to unfold. The unexpected audacity of Kamala's words caught Kennedy completely off guard, yet the world was about to witness a response that would leave America speechless. People on social media erupted instantly, with viewers across the nation scrambling to live stream every second, share every reaction, and analyze the raw emotion in the room. What happened next would not only redefine public perception of both figures but also become a moment talked about for years to come. As Kennedy took a deep breath, the tension in the room intensified, his eyes narrowing and jaw tightening, and then, with a calm yet resolute voice that carried both confidence and incredulity, he replied in a way that no one had anticipated. The room collectively held its breath. What Kennedy said cut through the tension like lightning, shocking political analysts, journalists, and everyday viewers alike. His words, perfectly measured yet loaded with a subtle yet undeniable authority, forced Kamala Harris and everyone in the room to pause. Cameras caught every micro-expression. Raised eyebrows, widened eyes, and even a barely suppressed gasp from one of the reporters in the front row. Social media exploded as clips of the moment went viral within seconds, trending across every platform, forcing hashtags like #SitDownBoy, #KennedyClapback, and #SpeechlessAmerica to skyrocket within minutes. From this instant, the event became more than a political confrontation. It became a cultural phenomenon, dissected in talk shows, news columns, and online forums. But behind the viral clips and sensational headlines, there was a deeply emotional and human story unfolding. Kennedy, though calm and composed in his reply, was balancing years of experience, public scrutiny, and the pressure of knowing that every word could make or break his image. Kamala, meanwhile, stood poised and powerful, her bold words reflecting her unwavering confidence and her willingness to confront authority, a reflection of the woman she had become through relentless determination. The clash, though brief, encapsulated the tension and drama of modern political discourse, a collision of personalities, power, and perception that no one could ignore. Viewers were glued to their screens, unable to look away as the dialogue unfolded with razor-sharp wit, undeniable intensity, and moments of palpable emotion. Every sentence carried weight, every glance communicated unspoken history, and every pause seemed laden with meaning. By the time Kennedy finished his response, the entire nation was talking, not just about the confrontation itself, but about the courage, audacity, and sharp intellect displayed by both figures. Media outlets raced to provide analysis, political commentators debated for hours, and clips circulated endlessly on social media, fueling conversations that spanned from serious debate to lighthearted memes. The story did not end when the cameras stopped rolling. Off-air, private sources revealed the behind-the-scenes dynamics, strategy discussions, subtle cues, and whispered advice that had shaped every word spoken. These insights only heightened the public's fascination, as people realized that what they saw on screen was just the tip of the iceberg of a carefully orchestrated, emotionally charged, and historically significant moment. Even ordinary citizens who normally avoided political debates found themselves drawn into the drama, sharing opinions, speculating about outcomes, and reflecting on the profound implications of the exchange. At its core, this story was about more than a viral moment. It was about power, communication, emotional intelligence, and the raw, human ability to command respect, defy expectations, and leave an indelible mark on the world stage. By the end of the confrontation, it was clear, Kennedy's measured brilliance and Harris' audacious stance had combined to create a moment that would not only be remembered but studied, dissected, and discussed for years to come. And for you watching right now, dear viewer, this was more than a clip, it was history unfolding live, a testament to the unpredictable, electrifying drama of politics, and a story you wouldn't want to miss. So make sure to like this video if you were captivated by the clash, subscribe to the channel to witness more intense, never-before-seen political moments, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to see every explosive encounter as it happens. Trust us, moments like these don't just happen once. They define an era, and you have front-row seats. Keep watching, stay glued, and be prepared for twists, insights, and jaw-dropping moments that will leave you speechless long after the screen goes dark. As the room slowly began to settle from the shock of Kennedy's reply, a new wave of tension swept through everyone present. The cameras kept rolling, capturing every second, every glance, every subtle gesture that told a story words could not fully express. Kamala Harris, momentarily taken aback by Kennedy's composed yet piercing response, recalibrated her posture, her eyes scanning the room as if to measure the impact of her earlier words. The audience, both in the studio and at home, was completely captivated. Social media notifications were exploding, with clips being shared every second, trending hashtags spiking, and viewers frantically refreshing feeds just to catch every new perspective on what had just unfolded. Kennedy, sensing the shift in energy, maintained his composure, though inside, a storm of thoughts raced. He knew that in this moment, every word, every expression, and every reaction could define not just this exchange, but public perception of his character, intellect, and credibility. It was a delicate balance between standing firm and avoiding any misstep that could be interpreted as arrogance or insensitivity. Kamala, meanwhile, was gathering herself, her political acumen and media experience allowing her to pivot with grace and assertiveness. She spoke again, her tone sharp, yet layered with the calculated poise of someone accustomed to navigating high-pressure situations. Every sentence carried weight, every pause was intentional, and every glance was strategically placed to command attention and maintain influence. The back and forth continued, each comment more charged than the last, as the viewers at home leaned in closer to their screens, hearts racing, emotions heightened, and anticipation mounting. Analysts in the studio provided live commentary, dissecting each nuance, each word choice, and each facial expression, but even their expertise could not fully capture the raw energy in the room. The atmosphere was electric, a mix of tension, fascination, and awe, as history seemed to unfold live before everyone's eyes. Every moment was a lesson in power dynamics, emotional intelligence, and public perception. As Kennedy responded to Kamala's next challenge, his words struck with precision, clarity, and unexpected empathy, leaving the audience stunned. It was a moment where intellect met emotion, where strategy intersected with authenticity, and where raw human interaction commanded attention far beyond the confines of the studio. Meanwhile, Kamala's recalibrated approach demonstrated her own strength and resilience, proving that she too could handle pressure, deliver sharp retorts, and maintain her influence under the spotlight. The exchange was no longer just a confrontation, it was an intricate dance of wit, strategy, and emotional nuance that captivated millions. Viewers couldn't tear themselves away, replaying segments, discussing implications, and debating who had truly won the confrontation. But beyond the viral clips and trending hashtags, there was a deeper story at play, a story about respect, strategy, courage, and the power of words in shaping narratives, public opinion, and history itself. Kennedy and Kamala, despite their differences and the fiery nature of their exchange, were teaching viewers a lesson in leadership, confidence, and composure under pressure. And as the conversation wound down, the room remained charged, the viewers at home glued to their screens, unable to stop analyzing, discussing, and sharing every detail. This was more than a television segment, it was a moment that would be remembered, replayed, and dissected for years to come. For you watching, this was your chance to witness history in real time, a drama of intellect, poise, and human emotion that would leave an indelible mark on your memory. Make sure to like the video if you were captivated by the exchange, subscribe to the channel for more explosive confrontations and behind-the-scenes stories, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another moment that could leave the world talking for months. Stay tuned, stay alert, and prepare yourself for the final, jaw-dropping moments of this historic showdown.